I don't know. I just said that.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if it's a private jet, it probably has like 8 to 10 seats. Uh, so yeah, I would have to imagine it's 10.
What's the word? What's the word? They say the early bird gets the worm, right? We up early with it. Top of the top. Whoever's watching, peace and salute to you. You know what I mean? Peace and salute to you. Peace and salute. Gonna talk about ISHOWSPEED a little bit. I'm not gonna not gonna sit here and, you know, talk about ISHOWSPEED for a whole 2 hours. I see niggas going crazy. Niggas is mad. Like, if you don't know anything about ISHOWSPEED, salute, Philly OG. Peace and salute, my brother. If y'all don't know about ISHOWSPEED, Kai Sanat, Aiden Ross, and all of these dudes is all puppets. They the top streamers, you know. They the top streamers, but all of these dudes is all puppets, man. You know, they do boys, you know. It is sad that ISHOWSPEED, goes to the Caribbean island. You know, people are talking about he didn't go to Haiti. He didn't go to Cuba either. You know, the two prominent Caribbean islands that he could go to, he doesn't go to. You think he don't want to go there? Y'all gotta think, man. Y'all gotta really think. Like, a lot of y'all don't be thinking. And that's cool if you don't want to think. You know what I mean? But you gotta be able to put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put two and two. Hey boss, I'm about to move anyways. I said I'm about to move.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Um, yeah, I'm sitting at the, if y'all know anything about Dunkin' Donuts, I'm at the first Dunkin' Donuts in the world. And it is outside of my city. See, established in 1950. This is the original Dunkin' Donuts that I'm at. If you from Boston, you know exactly where I'm at. This is not in Boston, but it's about 10 minutes outside of Boston. You know what I'm saying? This is the original Dunkin' Donuts, the first Dunkin' Donuts. And if y'all don't know, I'll give y'all a quick fun fact. Dunkin' Donuts is, established in Boston, Massachusetts. Well, Quincy. This town or this city's called Quincy, Mass. And that's after Quincy Adams. Y'all should know. If y'all paid attention in history class, should know who Quincy Adams is. So this town is named after Quincy Adams. But let me see. Hold on. Put the camera on me. So back to the I had to get my cup of coffee, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. So back to the ISHOWSPEED thing. Yeah, like, I'm not shocked or surprised. People just been talking about, oh, how he not go to Haiti. And this is the shit, right? And this is why I really wanted to talk about this real quick and really not, like, again, these people are controlled, It would have been good, and this is why it would have been good, right? because I like what he's doing. He's been to Africa and all these other countries, continents, and so on, right? He sheds light on these countries that he visited, helped out a little bit with the economy. You know what I'm saying? Put a little bit of exposure on these countries. That's what I like about it, right? Especially with the children, he could tap in, but either which way, right? Snigger goes to Dominican Republic. Yes, and we're going to talk about DR. Listen, man, there's a lot of Dominicans in Massachusetts, right? There's a town called Lawrence, Mass. It's like the hub for Dominicans. I went to school with Dominicans. I'm cool with a lot of Dominicans. For the ones who know their history, salute to y'all. For y'all that claim to be Afro, Latin, or whatever the case may be, right? Salute to y'all. But to y'all that are super racist, this bullshit about, oh, me Dominican, me no black, and all this other dumb shit. Like, yo, what are you talking about? And then, again, I like to talk about facts. I don't like to talk about, opinions, what I think all the time, because we could do all of that. But when we talking about real shit, we need to talk about real shit. Again, to the Dominicans who don't know or who are prejudiced and racist, okay? Because we talk a lot about these Caucasian folks that are prejudiced and racist. Listen, there's a lot of nationalities outside of Caucasians, right? That are super racist, and Dominicans are one of them. Okay? There's a lot of Dominicans that will shit on their own people because their other Dominicans have darker skin. So they'll tell them go to the other side of the island. And when they say go to the other side of the island, they're talking about fucking Haiti, right? On some disrespectful shit. Go, y'all, please do me a favor, y'all. Go look up what Haitians are going through that are in DR, right? And me, this is my thing. I'm not going nowhere where I'm not welcome. And that's the problem with a lot of us. It don't necessarily mean black Americans or whatever. It's a lot of nationalities that want to go to certain places that they're not welcome, right? I learned at a very young age, right? If I've been invited to a party or whatever, right, to go to a certain area, if I have to bring my weapon with me, then I don't need to be there, right? Because I should feel comfortable when I go there, right? I should feel comfortable. I should feel at home. I should be able to kick my feet up. You know what I'm saying? And all of this other shit, right? If I got to bring weapons with me, if I got to roll mob deep with me, then what is the point on going there? So my point is, like, again, this man goes to DR and, there's a Dominican streamer. I guess that's the top streamer. He showed how he got more people on his stream than I Show Speed had and all this other shit, and kind of like rubbing it in his face and was like, yo, you got to do work and all this other shit. Like, again, he went to Jamaica received him very well, right? He went to uh I forgot where did he go again? Bahamas, right? He went to Bahamas. They received him very well. And a lot of these places he went, all of them is like, did you go to Haiti yet? Or are you going to Haiti? I remember a Bohemian lady said, are you going to go to Haiti? Are you going to go to Haiti? Or you should go to Haiti. You should go to Haiti. He said, I'm going to go. You know why these other nationalities and other Caribbean islands are telling him to go to Haiti? Because, dog, again, this is facts. So whoever gets upset, that's on you. Haiti is the first black republic. And I'm going to keep saying it. There's a lot of think these Caribbean islands don't have nothing to do with this land out here, the United States. Dog, people need to go do their research for real. Because if they know they know that, they know what their bloodline is about, then you should know that Haiti helped America. You should know that. You should know that. Haiti helped America get the Louisiana Purchase, okay? That big old man to make America, look a little bit bigger. This is all facts, okay? Yes, Chicago was discovered by a Haitian man. The first black millionaire on Wall Street was a Haitian man. People need to go do their research. We're so, like, people talk about coming together and we need to reunite. salute, peace, and salute to everybody. Like we need to come together, we need to reunite and all this other shit. But then you have that like this disdain about you that where you think Caribbean people ain't part of you, or you may not have Caribbean blood. Listen, I don't really subscribe to the African shit that we are African, but god damn it, I guarantee a lot of y'all have Caribbean blood in y'all DNA, and y'all would be shocked. Now, that's something that you should research. Again, like I've stated before, if you're in the United States, if you're on the East Coast of the United States, what body of mass surrounds your city or your state? The Atlantic Ocean. What do you think is the same water that's around Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba? These people are still in the same body of water, which is the Atlantic Ocean. People be acting like, yo, these Caribbean islands, and it's all foreign of this and foreign of that. That's all I be hearing, foreign of this and foreign of that. But yet you talking about a systemic system, right? That is racist and all this other shit that set us back and all of that other shit. But then when you talk, it's like foreign of this, foreign of that. Why you mad at foreigners that come to the United? Listen, this is facts. My parents, both of my parents, R.I.P. to my father. Both of my parents came to Boston, Massachusetts in 1970. 6 years later, I was born. They never been on no welfare. We never had to stand in no government line for no cheese or food or nothing like that. Now, no disrespect to the people that had to, because there's this misconception and then there's this perception with people in their mind that every foreigner that comes here, whether they land on in Miami soil, whether they go to New York soil, Massachusetts soil, New Jersey, Philly, Chicago, wherever they go in the United States, that all of these people are on government assistance. Listen, that's a you problem. And you need to go to your state house, wherever you live, have a conversation with your governor, with your mayor, with your congressman, and your congresswoman. That's who you need to get mad at. Second of all, you need to be mad at your government for creating this democracy sanctuary thing. Massachusetts is a sanctuary state, right? So Trump or whoever the president could be like, no, don't do this, don't do that. Guess what? And Philly OG, if you're still here, you said it on your platform when you stated that to the lady Angel that yes, it's on a federal level or whatever that a lot of this shit is signed, but it also has to do with the states as well. That's a fact. Because during COVID, if people didn't pay attention, you should have been paying attention to how states was governing themselves. Okay. Yeah, the president was telling them what to do, and they was like, nope, we ain't doing that. We're gonna govern ourselves. Like, that's a fact. So all this knowledge that people have, but they don't know the basic shit that they should know. And I don't expect nobody to know what I know because I study political science. Now, does that mean I know everything about political anything that has to do with politics and all of that? No, I don't know every goddamn thing. But do I know more than this person, more than that person? Yes, I do. People are stuck on this so-called thing, but we can't even like I can't even get people to fucking share a video, right? Let's just say 10 people. I can't even get 10 people to share my video, right? I'll get 5 people to share it, but I can't get 10, right? So we can't get basic shit. And we think that everybody, all melanated, copper people, whatever title you want to put on us, we're all gonna be kumbaya and get along. This should be, yo, I don't know what type of fantasy world certain people be in. You know, that's cool if you have faith and you have hope. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't be here if they didn't have some form of faith and hope. All right, no disrespect to y'all. I'm just saying a lot of people have this delusional idea in their mind that the whole world is gonna be kumbaya. Everyone is gonna be side by side, holding each other's hands and all this other shit. Like, and we're gonna be singing, "We are the world, we are the children." But like, look at that song. This song was created to bring peace, to bring all the worlds and all the nationalities together. What the fuck is still going on in 2026? This song was made and produced, executive produced by Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, and whoever else had a part in this song. Did it change anything? It did not change shit. There's more racism. There's more bad shit happening. You know what I'm saying? And all this other shit. And I had a conversation with somebody. In the conversation, I said, "Yo, I think it was Brother Nasir. They said, oh, we're not supposed to question God and we're not supposed to question this. Man, I be goddamn. I question everything because there's people that have this belief system, but then when you question them, hey, so if there's this higher being, right, that you believe in, your oppressors, wrote a book and told you to go by this book. They put this, they said this and that and that and this in the book, and then you swear by this book, you're a thumper of this book. Then why is there homeless people? Why is there people starving in the world? Listen, I read that the United States corporation has a big um, starvation problem. There's children, I was reading, I forgot the percentage. I wish I remembered because I would have said it on here. So I'm not going to quote no percentage. I'm going to just say we have a situation in this corporation where there's a lot of children that don't get to eat when they at home. The times that they do get to eat a snack, a meal, or something is when they go to school, right? Is when they go to school. This is when these people get to eat something. I mean, these children get to eat something is when they go to school. We have more homeless people in this corporation than anywhere in the world. We have more people in freaking prison than anywhere in the world. We have more gun violence in this corporation than anywhere in the world. We have more drugs in this corporation than anywhere in the world. Like, come on. But people think that this corporation is the best corporation. Now, don't get me wrong. I was born on this soil. I'm from here. Those who know. I'm super repetitive. But like they say, when you speak the truth, nothing changed. It's always going to be the same shit that you're going to keep saying. Whether you're repetitive 1,000 times or you just keep regurgitating the same thing. When it's the truth, it never gets edited. It never changes. But we gotta be honest. Like people be talking about the Caribbeans or I don't know. I listen again. I don't be feeling no type of way. I just sit back and I just mute up and I listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. People be talking about we need to do this. I see more uprising in different other countries than I do here. I learned about 2 years ago, or was it last year that I learned any protest that you see going on in America, in the United States, there's a company or whoever these people are or organization that teaches you how to protest. Okay. Now there's none of that in these people's countries. When they uprise, they uprise. You know what I'm saying? When they throw a coup, they throw a coup. Coup means overthrowing the government. You listen, these Caucasians tried to do that, what, a few years ago at the Capitol or whatever. Man, listen, us motherfuckers, we think we the most gangsterest, the toughest, and all of that. We would never go to nobody's Washington D.C. Capitol and try to do anything because niggas will quick to shoot a nigga that look like them or a Negro that look like them. But when you say, yo, let's take action on these folks, let's go to their areas, let's do this, let's do that. Whoa, hold on. Why we going to the suburbs, Maybach? Why we gotta go there? Niggas want to question anything. But listen, I could pick up the phone right now and call 10 niggas and lie to them and say, yo, this dude from this project over here, I got problems with him. He disrespected me. Niggas will bring all types of heavy artillery. Facts. Like we ready to go to fucking war or some shit. Okay? No questions asked. They ready to move on what I want them to do. 10 of them. And that's not no disrespect to these people, but I'm just saying, like, we hate each other with a fucking passion. You don't think we should be applauding our fucking colonizers because they did a great job on a lot of fucking people? People talking about you got FBA, you got this organization, you got that organization. So that's still not a form of separation? I'll wait. Please, somebody answer the question. So when somebody's calling themselves, well, I'm Aboriginal, or I'm Indigenous, or I'm a FBA, or I'm a fucking ABA, I'm fucking this and I'm that. And so that's not still a form of separation? So what's wrong with me thumping my 1804 that my ancestors fought for? Okay? Haiti opened their borders for everybody, dog. They fucking freed slavery. So you think they want I Show Speed to go down there and expose Haiti? And people think because they watch mainstream news, they fucking buy the propaganda. They fall for the fucking bullshit. They fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Listen, it's only one area where the kidnapping and the gang infested shit is going on. The violence is going on, and that's Port-au-Prince. That is the capital. Okay? That is the capital. That's like anybody that's been to Delaware. That's like they tell you on the news, they present to you that all of Delaware is kidnapping, there's gang violence, there's fucking this going on, there's graping going on, they burning this, they burning that, but yet it's only in Dover. Okay? But you don't know until you go there. So it's not the whole island that's fucking upside down. There's people still going in and out. I have family that just came back from fucking Haiti. Okay? It's just the southern part of Haiti. Like I said, Port-au-Prince is where all of this shit is happening. If you go outside of that, which is Cap Haitian, you go to Libadi. If you go to fucking Au Cap, there's none of that shit happening. They just had a fucking festival not too long ago. They're gonna about to start celebrating Haitian Flag Day. Okay, I think that's the 14th or the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. I really think it's the 16th. It might be the 14th. Or this, no, it's the 16th. They're gonna celebrate Haitian Flag Day. Listen, man. Like people need to fucking like, I don't know, man. Listen, again, this ain't no personal attack on nobody. People are gonna do what the fuck they want to do. But god damn it, man. Like I said, motherfuckers know everything about who's on the Epstein list. They know who's oiling who at a Diddy party. But niggas, motherfuckers don't know the true facts, history. Like, come on now. Like, I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you respectful, if we like-minded, we have certain things in common, we share common goal, we share common interests, you're cool with me. I don't give a fuck about what your skin tone is. Give two shits what you calling yourself. You want to call yourself a crayon color? Salute to you. You want to call yourself indigenous? Salute to you. You want to say you FBA? Salute to goddamn you. I don't give two shits about none of that. Okay? Because at the end of the day, when you go, like, dog, like, listen, man, again, this shit is just, again, man, I apologize for my rant. It's just certain shit that I be seeing, that I witness. You know what I'm saying? And shit sometimes be frustrating. Like, dog, we'll never get to the cause root of our problems. And people that want to be mad at foreigners this and foreigners that and migrant this and migrant that. That's cool. You feel a certain type of way. But, dog, don't get mad at these people because there's a lot of them. 80% to 90% is leaving because of corruption that's going on, killing, all this violent shit happening, crazy shit happening in their countries. You got 10% that comes over here that's abusing the system, that is fucking criminals. I mean, Trump exposed all of that. But god damn it, people talk about Trump. Oh, he deported more migrants and he's letting more in. Go do your fucking research and see how many fucking people outsiders been coming in. That's what I call them. Outsiders coming in since fucking the first president we fucking had or whatever, dog. Like, what are we talking about? But you mad at these people for leaving their country to come and try to make something of them because a lot of them come over here and they work their ass off. They'll go be a fucking janitor. They'll go fucking flip burgers. They'll do this. They'll do that. Let's be real. I'm from here, but let's be honest with each other. This country got us thinking that, nigga, I'm not working at nobody's KFC. I'm not working at McDonald's and I'm not going to flip no fucking burgers because I'm better than that. So these people that was getting 50 cents a hour in their country, no benefits, no shit, no nothing. Some of them don't even get 50 cents. They get less than that. Okay? We should already know that. Why you think Nike is made in fucking China? I'll wait for the answer on that. Why you think Nike don't have no headquarters in America? Y'all thinking, oh, it's because of taxes and all this other shit? No, it's because they could get away with fucking having Fong Wong, who's 12 years old, working in the sweatshop making Nikes. Okay? Each pair of fucking sneaker costs in that country $10 a piece. And they come out here and fucking want to tax you and charge you a fucking arm and a leg for a pair of fucking sneakers that's made out there. Facts. Okay? This is all true. This ain't me making this shit up. This ain't my opinion. This is facts. That's why they won't have these headquarters and shit like that out here. Or they won't have these warehouses out here and stuff like that. We used to have all of this type of shit. All these warehouses, shoe mills, like, a lot of shoes was created in Brockton, Massachusetts, okay? To soldiers and all of that shit. Look it up. Y'all could look this up. I could look this up. This is the same fucking country that don't want you to know there was 5 to 6 presidents before George Washington. But all they want to teach us about is George Washington. That's all they want to tell you about. That's all they want you to know. They don't want you to know about John Henson way before being the first one. Let me see. My fault, y'all. Salute. Peace and salute. Garrison. Brother Nasir. Salute, my brother. Salute. But yeah, it's just like a whole bunch of shit, man, where people are mad. Like, dog, am I a little upset that he didn't go to Haiti? But he didn't just go, not to go to Haiti. He didn't go to Cuba either. Those are the two powerhouse Caribbean islands that you could visit and have a great time and stuff like that. He didn't go there. He did not go to Haiti because of what's going on. Because dog, Millie's the white rapper from Cambridge, Massachusetts. He went out there a few years ago. Okay, he went out there. He came back fine. Ain't nothing happened to him. He said, yeah, there's some crazy shit. But dog, if you there with a good driver and you there with a good person, a person who, knows the land, like a guide tour, something like that, ain't shit happening to you. Okay? There's an African who just left Haiti. An African who's from Africa. I think he might be from Nigeria. He was out in Haiti showing you the beautiful parts of Haiti. Haiti got more mountains than any fucking country in the world. Okay? Showing you the beautiful part. The dude's like, oh, this is my 5th day here. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I'm eating good. He's like, yo, you need to come to the motherland. Why everybody else knows about Haiti? The powerful impact Haiti plays. But people just listen. Oh, they said it's a shithole. Yes, because they don't have a great military. They don't have a proper infrastructure. Why? America and fucking France have their fucking grip on Haiti, took their gold, took this. If I take all your natural resources, are you gonna fucking live? And if you do live or you surviving, you barely are surviving because I took all your natural resources. Okay? Motherfuckers say, oh yeah, Haiti's cursed because they do voodoo. So all nationalities don't do voodoo? They don't do no black magic? Yo, dog, the ignorance of people, the shit that they spew out of their fucking goddamn mouth is crazy to me. Oh, yeah, they cursed because they made a pact with the devil and they did voodoo. This is why they was the only people to defeat Napoleon. The dumbest shit. No, niggas defeated Napoleon and his fucking troops is because they was like, nigga, you ain't oppressing nobody over here. We true blood warriors. We are warriors. And we're gonna take our fucking independence and sent them niggas packing. So you think they want a country like that to be up? Let's be real. You think they want that country to be up? Obama's going to ask France, oh, can you remove the tax that he's asking France, can you remove the tax that you put on these people? If people don't know, when Haiti took their independence, France came with their warships and docked it right on their ports and said, oh, um, congratulations, you got your independence, but wouldn't it be fucked up if a country just came in and did what they want and you guys don't have no support? So they slap a fucking tax on fucking Haiti. I don't know who was running shit at the time when this shit happened. They've been occupying, America and France been occupying the land, trying weapons out over there on these people. The same shit that they be doing out here, Tuskegee experiments and all of that, they was doing that shit in Haiti as well too. This is why you always see Bill Gates. I remember seeing Bill Gates when I was a fucking kid on TV, not knowing nothing. I was young, dumb, and full of, whatever. Don't know nothing. I'm watching Bill Gates. In my mind, the way they showed Bill Gates, oh, he's in Africa. He's vaccinating the children and this and that. Not knowing he was offing these people. He was unaliving them. He was sterilizing, whatever you want to call it, making them sterile so the men can't, shoot their sperm in the woman and can't reproduce and all this other shit to make babies. killing off tribes and all this other shit. This is what I thought. Because that's the way it was presented. Just like the same commercials that everybody saw with the kids with their rib cages. They like, oh, send little son John a fucking $10 and he can eat for a whole month. But not knowing that there's natural resources in Africa, not knowing that, oh, all the diamonds in the world, whether you over here, whether you over there, you buy diamonds, whether you in Europe and you buying diamonds, all of the diamonds come from fucking Africa. A lot of people didn't know till fucking Kanye West did a song about it and exposed it. You know what I'm saying? Iridium in South Africa and in Haiti is the two places in the world that mass produce it. Okay? And since 2010, the earthquake that happened in Haiti, they saw on satellite that some shit was pumping out of the ground. So when they found out that it was oil and gas pumping from Haiti, they said when they tested it, it is 10 times stronger and better, more potent than fucking Venezuela's gas. Y'all could look this shit up. This ain't me saying it because it's Haiti. Y'all could look it up. Do your research and you'll see. Facts. When they and y'all should know this too. When it was researched who caused that earthquake in Haiti, how they caused it, like I said, they've been taking all of their oil out. There's two companies, a company from out here in America and a company from I think Canada, been sucking their gas and oil out of fucking Haiti. Right? Haiti has iridium. They say they use iridium for smartphones, TVs, lithium batteries, all of this shit. Okay? They've been sucking that out of there too. Sucking that out of there too. Why? Because they put people in position in Haiti's government. This is why the country's fucked up. Like, come on, man. Be smarter than a fucking fifth grader. You know what I'm saying? But listen, at the end of the day, this I show speed dude, he fucking, what you call it? You know, he's a puppet for these people. Go look at how all the shit that he did since he was a kid and how he's making it big. Him, Kai Sanat, all of these dudes is doing these zesty fucking videos, all for fucking money. All to fortune and fame. For real. Selling their soul. You know what I mean? Aiden Ross plenty of times said on his live shit, oh, I'm a Jew, and all this other shit. So you don't think they're going to put him in position? People be thinking these people really are talented and this is how they made it to where they made it. No, they fucking sold their soul. They sacrificed somebody. Like, dog, Jay-Z did this shit. You know what I mean? And I never liked the Jay-Z since back then. I'm glad all of this shit is coming out and people are coming around like, yo, I see why you didn't like Jay-Z. And it's like, wow. So when I say I don't like somebody, you think it's just the surface level? I could see through it. Same thing with LeBron James. The motherfucker, last year, the year before, this dude's walking around and he's got a fucking big ass man purse and niggas is like, oh, he's holding it for his wife. And his wife is nowhere in the fucking video. Nowhere, but people just idolize and worship people. So that's the excuse that they will create in their mind so they can accept the shit that they seeing. When do men carry fucking purse? What are we talking about? And it's not about real and authentic and official. We're talking about men. When did men, the shit that we would have around us is fanny packs, which was unisex, right? Fanny packs. Now you got niggas, all these young dudes with this shit going across, and then they telling you, oh, this is fashion. That's their excuse, fashion. Niggas is wearing tight ass jeans under their ass, showing their boxers and their ass, and then they telling you it's fashion. How is that fashion? You don't even know where the shit come from. You just doing it because you see everybody else doing it. I never have my pants under my ass. Even when I grew up in the 90s in the baggy era, you would see me wearing some big ass pants, but you never saw my boxes. Never exposed that. You know why? Because I've been to prison multiple times, and the first thing I was told in prison, yo, you know why niggas wear their pants under their ass, youngin? Why? What's up, OG? Because it started by a zesty dude to let the other zesty dudes know he's open for fucking business. When you tell these youngins that, they like, what? This another thing. I don't call these dudes YNs. Yeah, to me, it's another form of ignorance when we say the word nigga with each other or whatever. I call them youngins. But hey, to each his own, different strokes for different folks. It is what it is. These dudes don't know no better. They don't know no better. A lot of them ain't grow up with their fathers, and if they do have their father might, not be the best man that he possibly is, and he's not setting an example. So there's a lot of shit, man. Again, We got a lot of shit with us, man. We got a lot of fucking problems. Like I said, these colonizers did a good job, and I should, because we're still going with this shit. Oh, I don't like him because he's from New York. I don't like him because he's from PA. I'm a Boston nigga. I don't like him because he likes such and such thing. Like, we sit here and fucking nitpick with each other about what we dislike instead of finding the good out of that person and say, all right, cool. And niggas, he does a little, funny stuff from time to time, weird shit, but that's him. He's a quirky person, but that's him. And you just accept the person for who they are. We don't want to build with each other. We don't. We say we do, but niggas don't want to build, with each other. Salute, Peach. Good day. Good day. We don't want to build with one another. You know what I'm saying? We say we do, but we don't. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we complain too much. You know, I could be like, I could say like, yo, brother Nasir got this good book. It's a good read. You should read the book. Oh, I'm gonna check it out. Oh, he's charging $20 for the book. Yo, that's too much money. But that same person got on name brand shit and they spent way more than $20. Or they bought another book from somebody, you know what I'm saying? That costs maybe more, but they didn't complain about the price then. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I be running experiments. I created a chat on IG, right? I created a chat on IG. I was doing an experiment and a lot of people feel miserable. So I said, okay, I'm creating a chat. I let people know, hey, this group chat that I created is for me. Instead of when I go live, to individually send y'all DMs like, hey, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live 30 times. Why not? I created a group chat. I put all of y'all in it so I could just say, hey, I'm going live at 7:30 today, or I'm going live at 6 a.m. Today, right? And to see how many people will, you know, like the live. Like, say you got the live already prepped and scheduled, just to see how many likes. For the most part, I don't have to say, yo, give me a like, whatever. People do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, which is cool. But there'll be 10 people watching a live and you get 5 likes. Because a lot of people got hate in their blood. That's why. They won't like it. They won't repost your shit, but they'll repost a celebrity shit. They'll comment on a celebrity fucking page, but they won't even comment on your page. That shit is weird to me. Weird. Why would I know Peach, but Peach post a fucking video, I don't comment on it and I don't like it or I don't share it. But this is somebody I personally know. But I'm gonna go on Method Man's Instagram page and I'm gonna comment thinking Method Man's gonna comment back at me. Or say, hey, thank you. I appreciate you liking my video. Like, like, listen, man, this shit is crazy to me. It's wild. It is what it is, and I get that. And a lot of people will watch this and say, oh, this nigga's crying. He's whining. To each his own, whatever. You gotta say what you want to say, and that's cool. As long as I know what it is. I'm speaking on factual shit that we do to one another. We do that. I done seen, it was my birthday last October. I posted that it was my birthday. I got a shout out from some YouTubers. I got a shout out big YouTube channels. And I posted that so people could see, oh shit, he shouted them out, whatever. Out of 30 people who might have watched this story, 15 of them hit me up, whether in my DM or my personal phone, and said, yo, happy birthday, Maybach. Happy born day, Maybach. Happy Earth Day, Maybach. The other 15 just sat there and watched. That tells me a lot about people. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna start doing this shit. People could feel however they feel. Listen, if you watching my shit and you ain't liking it, but you faithfully watch my shit and I know that you watching it, and it's more people on Instagram, I'm gonna block your ass. Facts. I'm gonna block you. For real. If I see that, you know, I support you and you don't give me the same energy in return, I'm blocking your ass. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody think, man. I don't. People, again, y'all could say that I'm crying or whatever. I like to deal with people that reciprocate the same energy that I give them. you know? And again, to the ones that do support, you already know I'm not talking about y'all. So don't feel no type of way. All right? The ones who I'm talking about, they know. I don't need to tag nobody's name. I don't need to mention nobody's name. I don't play these type of games. I'm just saying, I'm grown, they're grown. You ain't supporting me, but you acting like you supporting me, but I give you all my support. I pop up on your panel, I contribute, I share your shit, and I don't get the same in return, I'm blocking your ass. Facts. I don't got time for fakeness, man. I ain't got time for no fake smiles. I don't got no time for fake handshakes, fake hugs. If we got to do that, I don't want to be part of that circus. I've never been that person in real life, and I'm not going to do that shit on here either. You know what I mean? Salute, P. Moses. Salute. I don't got time for that. There's too many like clown shit going on. I'm not no clown. I don't want to be part of nobody's fucking circus. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do. Do that shit over there. I'm not ever going to be part of it. For real. I'm not. Because me, I'm a genuine person. If I fucks with you, I fucks with you. Am I going to like everything that you do? No. That's not reality. That's not logic. But if I support you, if I fucking post your shit, you know what I'm saying? If I promote your shit, no money, no nothing, I do that a lot. Man, listen, I'm going to do that for the people that's deserving of it. All these other people that benefit from me, and it's not about money, because when you say that, people think it's all about money. Like, yo, open your fucking mind. Overstand what the fuck I'm saying. Don't understand, but overstand. Imagine you loving on somebody, right? You love your homie, you love your brother, you love this girl, and you're not getting the same in return. What is the point? It's just a fucking waste of time. Let's be real. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Like, I got a homie who put out a book. I took the shit off of his ID. I posted it on my story. I said, yo, you know, it costs no money for me to do this, my nigga. He's like, yo, Mel, you're the only person out of all the people that we know that we grew up with. You're the first one and only one to post my shit on your shit. I'm like, yo, my nigga, like, why not? I don't need to read the book to post it. I know what your story's about. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I seen it, you know? And he was like, yo, good looking out. He's like, yo, that means everything to me. And that's all it to be taken. And people think that it's all about finances. It's like, oh, if I ask so-and-so to promote, he's going to ask me. It's not, I don't know. When I promote somebody genuinely. Just like Peach. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the shit that she be talking about. It be some real conversations that she be talking about, and she don't be having that many people on her lives. Why? Because she's talking some real shit. So I'm like, yo, you know what? They got this collab shit now on YouTube. When you go live, stream my channel too. So my subscribers can be hip to you. There's a few brothers that hit me up behind the scene, brother Nasir, some other brothers that's like, yo, T Wriggles, like, yo, I like that lady Peach, man. She's funny. I like the shit that she's talking about. That's what we supposed to be doing. That's what we're supposed to be doing. I don't need no money to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody I've known for a few years. We've been cool, rocking off of another platform. We got to know each other a little on a personal level, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. We do business together. And it's like, yo, why wouldn't I promote somebody like that? Why not? There's some other people too. You know what I'm saying? Again, the ones who knows. The ones that I got a bond with outside of YouTube, that have my personal contact, that got my phone numbers. You know what I'm saying? That know what I do in real life off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with brother Nasir yesterday. Every time we talk on the phone, I learn something from that brother. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's older than me, but there's a good camaraderie there. There's a good frequency there. These are the people that I would love to link up with. I already said the same thing about Philly OG. I talk about that shit too much. We're in a time where you saluting somebody, they want to say you're fucking dick riding, you're glazing. Nigga, it's whatever you want to say. Whatever you think, that's all fine with me. I know and that person know what it is. Ain't no zesty shit over here. Niggas is real men, nigga. We men over here. So why wouldn't I want to promote people like that? Because again, they'll never have thousands of people in their chat. Why? Because we talking about some real shit. We're not talking about who's fucking who. We ain't talking about no other fucking content creators that we beefing with and all this other dumb shit. Oh yeah, there'd be thousands of people in motherfuckers' lives. You know what I mean? Thousands of people's in motherfuckers' lives. Hundreds of people's in people's lives. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. I'm not like that in fucking real life. So why would I fucking come on here to turn on the camera instead of saying some shit that can not only, me get it off my chest, that could possibly help somebody because they feel like, oh shit, damn, I didn't know Maybach was going through that because I'm actually going through that. I like the perspective he gave me. And now the person, because we could share something in common or they might just needed to hear something. Why not? Why would I come on here and say, yo, fuck Philly OG? Fuck that nigga, man. Fuck that military veteran. Oh, there'll be hundreds of people in here. I swear to God. If I come on here and say, yo, fuck the enemy's public. Fuck Peach. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? They from fucking New Jersey. I got beef with. Oh, there'll be tons of people here. I swear to God. There'll be a bunch of people in this live chat. Watching like, oh shit, did you hear what he said about Big Dog Philly OG? Oh, I didn't know they was beefing. I didn't know they had issues. Oh, they be watching. Niggas are tuned in like it's a BMF fucking episode like this. Popcorn in hand, eating some food. Yeah, and texting this one, calling that one. Yo, did you see Maybach's live? He was talking about Big Dog Philly OG. He said when he go to Georgia, he gonna spin the block on him. Oh, he gonna pop. Oh, yeah, listen. If I sit here and talk about Pete, when I see fuck Pete, this and that, everybody will be tuned in. Oh, my God. Niggas will be watching every time I go live. I could just put the person on the thumbnail and don't even talk about them. And everybody be like this in the bushes. Facts. Everybody be like this in the bushes. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. But when you talking some real shit, they not gonna push your shit in the top of the algorithm. I mean, your shit still can get to the top of the algorithm. It takes for the likes, the comments, and the shares for you to get in the algorithm. So I don't want to say it won't happen. I'm just saying we're in a time now, motherfuckers don't want to know nothing about the facts or the truth. It's the lies. Because why? The lies is more entertaining. You know what I mean? It's juicier than hearing the facts and the truth. Then when you telling the truth and facts, people get all uncomfortable. They moving around like this the whole time in their chair because they don't like what you saying. I'm mad. Now I'm mad. He's talking about my peoples. And like I said, man, people talk about fucking Haitians all day long. And Maybach, is it true? Y'all eating cats and dogs? And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's regular fucking Americans that go fucking kill a deer in the woods and eat a deer. They eating fucking possum. They eating fucking squirrels. They eating fucking duck. They eating gooses, geeses, whatever the fuck. But you come into me like, so all of a sudden now, Haitians are eating fucking cats and dogs. All of a sudden. All of a sudden. So if we're not doing that in our own country, why would we be doing that out here in America? But we eating at Chinese restaurants. So you think you getting chicken? Because last time that I checked, a few months ago, they found a fucking like 45 cats out at a dumpster outside of a fucking Chinese restaurant in New York. So what are we talking about? So we know the people that really be eating these type of animals, and they say they do. I went and researched this shit. Chinese people do eat cats and dogs. They raise them and feed them. It's like having cattle on your fucking land. It's like having a cow. You feed the cow all the good shit. So when you slaughter that cow and you eat this meat, it's not contaminated. It don't have preservatives and all this other shit. So what are we talking about? People just fucking believe everything. I mean, listen, man, I'm not here talking about I'm going to change the fucking world. You know what I mean? That's not reality. I talk about some real shit. That's it. Again, do I know everything? No. I don't. I never profess to know every goddamn thing. I never coined myself master this and master that. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. In order to fucking learn, a wise man don't go in a room being wise. He's going to play dumb. You know what I mean? He's going to play dumb, you know? But we need to stop with a lot of that. Excuse me. Let me take that back. We don't need to do shit. But people just need to be mindful of what they saying and how they saying it. Like, to me, it's just like, you got to be able to fucking read a room. When you go into a room, you see a conversations about this, don't fucking stray away. Don't come with your fucking wicked energy and change the whole energy in the fucking room. You know what I mean? Keep your demonic demon fucking ass somewhere else. Keep your vampire energy somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't be around a bunch of people You know? Yeah, that ain't chicken. So I don't be around a bunch of fucking people, man. I'm mindful. People be thinking that I don't like them, or people be thinking, oh, he's not talking, and all this other shit. Is there something wrong with him? No. I'm analyzing you. I'm analyzing the fucking room that I'm in. I'm trying to read everybody's fucking energy. Like, I'm an energy reader. I don't need to fucking have conversations with you. I could just throw a couple of things at you, a few things at you. The way you answer it tells me who you are. And my discernment ain't never been wrong. Facts. I'm super tapped in like that. It's something I get from my mother and my grandmother, my mother's mother. They were super tapped like that. Some people are and some people ain't. Everyone and everybody is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is fucking energy. Trees is energy, plants, grass, everything is energy out here. Everything is energy out here. You know what I'm saying? Everything is energy out here. I'm just saying, like, we just got to be mindful. Like, you got a bunch of fucking Haitians mad that this fucking kid didn't go to fucking Haiti. Who gives a fuck? You think his masters is gonna let him go to fucking Haiti and expose the good shit about in Haiti? He got a massive following. You know how much that would do for Haiti if he exposed Haiti? And when I say expose, I'm talking about what's really not going on in other areas. They want you to be dumbed down. Look at all these fucking outbreaks that all of a sudden now they popping back up. You don't think there's something in the works? You don't think these people are like Birdman, rubbing their hands like, here we go. Let's start our show. Yeah. Nigga, grab your fucking popcorns and tune in. That's it. Watch the show because it's a fucking show. Didn't they say Shakespeare said the whole world's a stage and everyone's a character? The whole world's a stage. Everything. People that tell you they fucking watch CNN and, oh, I didn't hear this on CNN. Nigga, that's your news source? That's the source you looking for information? Like, man, listen, again, pay attention. That's why I always say, man, do your discernment. You know what I mean? Pay attention to what's going on, man. Don't be deaf, dumb, and blind. Don't be out here falling for the propaganda. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. I guess, like I said, man, the people that I do talk to, outside of this fucking thing will tell you, I always stress to them, I could never be a famous person. I would be on TMZ every fucking episode. And what I mean by that, like, I don't like cameras in my face. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about, you know, uh uh the spotlight being on me. Because the ones who know me in real life, because I have a lot of personal friends that are subscribed to my channel. They just don't, they gave me my sub to just give me my sub. You know what I mean? And I know them in real life, so I don't take it personal. I don't get upset that they don't come on the lives. They don't be engaging. Some of them do watch. They'll tell me they was in the bushes watching. Yo, I like that interview you did, or what you was talking about. Whatever, whatever. Majority of them do that. So I appreciate them on that. They'll tell you. Like, I don't care to be, in the front line. I be in the back. You know what I'm saying? I promote people. I put people in front of me. That's how I always been. I'm eating, you're eating as well. And you're not gonna get the crumbs off of my plate. You're not gonna get the shit that I done touched and licked with my fingers and I touched it and then say, hey, you want a piece of this? That's not me. Right when I buy my food, I'm breaking it in half right then and there, and you take your portion and I take my portion. That's how I always been. When I eat, you eating. And you're not eating no fucking kiddie meal. You're eating the same type of meal that I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? I go get fucking some pizza. I get a slice, you gonna get a slice. I'm not gonna break my slice. No, you gonna get shit. That's how I always been. You know, there's some people that, of course, they show you who they truly are when they get on or when they reach a certain thing. They don't, do the same thing, and that's cool. All that does is expose the person. You know what I mean? You was just what you call it? You was beneficial to them, then they were beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? They just was using you. I always said, Joel Santana said in an interview, he learned that we all here to be used, but we're not here to be misused. There's a difference. We all here to be used, but when somebody's misusing you, that's a whole difference. You know, that's a whole difference. And there's a lot of people that's out here that's like that. You know what I mean? You'll help them reach a certain level, and when they reach this level, they forget about you. And all of a sudden now they'll have a whole bunch of, y'all don't see that with rappers. Rappers come out, they'll have all of their homeboys from their hood and everything. And slowly but surely, the more that they climbing, right? The more that they climbing, you don't see nobody around. Look at Rick Ross. Rick Ross was like this with gunplay. They were like this. Where's gunplay now? Once Rick Ross started going in those rooms, started meeting up with Diddy and all this other shit, you didn't see no more gunplay. You didn't see nobody around. Why? Because he's gonna be doing shit that these motherfuckers is gonna question. Like, hold on, homie. What are you about to do? You going to what type of party? Yeah. You don't want your homie judging you. You don't want him to see what you gotta do, you know? And shit like that. But me, this is the shit that however people feel about Malcolm X talked about this shit. Talked about Martin Luther King taking meetings with these people, right? Martin Luther King took meetings with these people. And what happened? Did we benefit from those fucking meetings? Hell the fuck no. We didn't benefit shit. We didn't benefit nothing at all when they took these meetings with these people. And that was supposed to move us forward. I'm watching the Winnie Mandela documentary. It's on Netflix. Y'all should watch it. Or I suggest y'all watch it, I should say. It's a dope watch. And she talked about how she met with government, you know, and she said, yo, we over negotiated with the government. You know what I mean? She said we over negotiated and they noticed they fucked up when they over negotiated and it was gonna set, their country back. You know what I'm saying? This is a lady who was behind her man, who was really the strength behind Nelson Mandela, you know what I'm saying? Says in multiple interviews that they over negotiated, that they was gonna set their country back. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And she said that, you know, behind me, y'all. Oh shit, and views, you know. But yeah, but yeah, salute to everyone, y'all. P Moses, Peach, Big Dog, Brother Nasir, Garrison. Salute to all of y'all, man. Salute, peace, and salute to all of y'all. Appreciate y'all for popping up on the live. I just had to talk about, like I said, get a few things off my chest, man. But nobody should be shocked or surprised, you know, um, about this I Show Speed shit. I don't know if y'all paid attention, y'all know what's going on, y'all watched and all this other stuff. I don't know if y'all peeped it, but he's been doing a Caribbean tour, going to different countries. And, he went to Trinidad, he went to Puerto Rico, DR, um, where else? Bahamas, uh, where else did he go? Where else did he go? Jamaica, but he didn't go to Haiti. He said he will, but he didn't go to Cuba. You know what I mean? He didn't go to Cuba and he didn't go to Haiti. Now, a lot of people say, oh, he didn't go there, Maybach, or I'm seeing people make videos and say, oh, he has to get security and clearance. Listen, like I said, the motherfucker's a puppy. Him getting clearance and him getting security, he already has paid security with him. You know, if you watch the videos, he already has paid security. In all of these countries he goes to, everything is set up in place for him. They get the security for the country to bring him around and make sure protect him and stuff like that. It's no problem for him to get security, and it would be no problem for him to get clearance in Haiti and get security in Haiti, just like he did in DR and all these other countries that he visited. You know what I mean? So people are just quick to make excuses and this and that. The motherfucker didn't go, like I said. It has nothing to do about what's going on in Haiti. It has nothing to do with that. That's the excuse they'll come up with because it's easy to say that. It's the same way they're saying, oh, these virus outbreaks is from rodents and all of this other shit. How is it from rodents? How is there a Hunter virus when now they're showing you that the Hunter virus or hantavirus is on the back of Lysol bottles? We just never paid attention to the Lysol bottles, just like The coronavirus was always on the back of the Lysol bottles. We just never looked at the back of the Lysol bottles because we just know, oh, it's a disinfectant spray. It's Lysol. That's all what we grew up on, what our parents was using. So we never bothered looking at the back of it. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Like that's just again, you know what I mean? Like all of this shit is fucking man-made. It is, you know, it's it's what you call it. We've been programmed to just believe certain shit. And we don't do our research, we don't do our homework, we don't read shit, we don't go look up shit and all this other stuff. And this is why we be lost in the sauce. Exactly why we be lost in the sauce, man. And we be behind. While other people come here, and like I said, they come here, they make something of themselves, they save their fucking money. They don't have to have the latest this and the latest that. They don't have to keep up with the Joneses and none of that. And what do? They send the money back to their countries, build a massive big ass house and go retire back in their countries. And then we're sitting here mad at these people for coming over here and surpassing us. Be mad at your fucking government. That's what you need to do. Be mad at your government. Be mad at your fucking politicians that so a lot of people be voting for, partaking in these people's fucking election rituals and shit, standing in line like cattle about to be slaughtered into a house or slaughtered into a fucking warehouse. That's the problem. So be mad at those people for making the deals with the foreign countries. So you think they taking these Asian people? You think they taking Haitian people? You think they taking in Jamaicans, Russians, Yugoslavians, Colombians, Guatemalans, Mexicans? You think they just taking them just to be taking them because it's America and they all about democracy and all of this? No, there's a fucking deal that's made. We take your people and you give up this and you give up that. Or, you know what I'm saying? We have we do some shit in your country we can benefit from. That's why these deals get are made. But you mad at the foreigners. You mad at the foreigners talking about they coming over here claiming to be you. Ain't no foreigners coming over here. There's no outsiders coming over here. There's no migrants coming over here claiming to be American. That's something that America put in place and tell them, oh, you got to take this test. And when you take this test, you become a citizen. So that has to do with your government. So again, be mad at your government. Be mad at your politicians. That's who you need to be mad at. You know, don't be mad at the people that leave their country because they escaped some asylum. Okay. Some wicked shit that was happening to them and their peoples. So they come over here to escape that. Not everybody's coming over here is fucking criminals, rapists, fucking molesters, pedos, and all this other shit. Not everybody that's bad coming over here. Like I said, a bunch of my parents, and a lot of my friends' parents came over here to get a better life. All right, buy homes, buy houses, start up their business and all that other shit. That's what my mother did. My mom's became a fucking nurse out here. My dad, he had his own cab. He had owned his own medallion, was his own boss. He had his own driving school. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. That's what they did. They never relied on the fucking government. They came out here and made something of themselves and left, try to leave something behind for me and my siblings. That's what they did. They didn't come over here and use this fucking system. They wasn't on fucking welfare. I didn't grow up in no projects. Salute to the people that did. I know plenty of people that grew up in projects and shit like that. No disrespect to none of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I don't know what it's like to not have heat in the house, and shit like that, you know? It's unfortunate that happened to a lot of people, but I didn't grow up like that. Salute, Bronze. Salute, you know? But my parents came over here and made something of themselves. They didn't use the government for nothing. They didn't get no grants or nothing like that. My father came here with a little bit of money, some change, the rest he worked for it, and he bought his own cab and used to rent out and lease his own cab. He owned his own medallion. If you know anything about a medallion is just a metal plaque that's on the back of these taxi cabs. And that shit is worth more than the car that you're driving. That's what my dad did. Had his own driving school, teaching people how to drive to get their license. My mom's was working as a nurse and doing housekeeping at fucking hospitals. That's what she fucking did.
The first certificate she got was a beautician. She went to hair school, learned how to do hair, and got certified. Wasn't on no fucking government assistant. It wasn't on no fucking welfare. Wasn't using or abusing the fucking system out here. It came and worked, just like a lot of my friends' parents did. Not all fucking foreigners come over here, or immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them and name them. They didn't come over here to use and abuse the system. Now, is that happening? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But be mad at your government. That's what you got to do. Get mad at your government for giving money to these people. Shit, I've been on Philly OG's platform talking about what's going on out here in Boston, Mass. They're giving these fucking migrants $32,000, $5,000, $1,000 for groceries and free cable. $32,000 for them to buy a house, okay? To buy a house. $5,000 spending money, right? $1,000 in grocery money. This is happening in Boston, Massachusetts. Y'all could look this shit up. You know? Peace and salute, Nikki. Peace and salute. So don't be mad at the foreigner that they come over here, he or she come over here, and they getting $32,000 that should be going to us. You know what I mean? That should be going to us. You think they want us Americans to be on the same playing field? You think that they want to do that? People be talking about fucking reparations and shit. Man, listen, man. You could throw reparations out the fucking window or the door. We ain't getting shit. Ain't nobody getting no fucking reparations, man. We're not. We ain't getting nothing. And that's a fact. I see people talk about it and all this other shit. But dog, let's be real. We're not getting no reparations. We're not. And you know how much shit you got to do to prove that you're indigenous or you this or you that to get paid? To get paid? You know how much shit you got to do to show how much paperwork you got to get? You got to fill out, and then you got to go to court, and then the judge got to sign off because you got to show enough proof for him to sign off on your paper for you to get some form of reparations. They talking about California is gonna do it, but California's talking about they're gonna blood test you. They gotta take your blood. They gotta take your fucking blood in order to see if you are indigenous or not. So people think that these people you think they're gonna pay you? They ain't fucking paying you, man. Come on, man. Listen, I heard a dude, I forgot the guy. There was a guy that stated that the dude said, yo, if you give each American 1 acre of land, we would not even fill up Texas. And that's just to show you how large Texas is in land mass. He said if they give each American just 1 acre of land, we would not even fill up Texas. Then they said it would only cost like $30 million to stop homelessness. $30 million. You think these people gonna stop that shit? Yo, I have a doctor's appointment. I think like in a few weeks I have a doctor's appointment, right? I'm gonna show y'all methadone mile. Because people talk about Kensington, I'm gonna show y'all methadone mile. Y'all could look methadone mile up. There's plenty of documentaries, videos, YouTubers coming out here to show y'all. Because people think Kensington is bad. It ain't bad until you see methadone mile. Like I said, Vice, the TV channel, the cable channel, they came out here and did a documentary about it. That's how bad it is. Skid Row, methadone mile out here in Boston, Kensington Road in Pennsylvania, Skid Row in California. There's tons of places. Go to DC. Go to DC. Go by the not by the White House, but the Greyhound station. Man, listen, go by that Greyhound station and see how that shit looks. You can't even go outside. You can't even go outside. It's like The Walking Dead, nigga. Like these motherfuckers come out the woodworks on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Asking you for fucking spare change and shit like that. It's fucking crazy. These people cause a problem and they're not going to fix it. Because why? They don't want it. They want to make money off of it. They take in hotels. They're housing migrants in the hotels. A YouTuber, matter of fact, the white dude who exposed the Somali scan, that thing that was going on in Minnesota,
He came out here to Boston and exposed how a lot of hotels have migrants living in there, right? The migrants, they a lot of them got Mercedes Benz. They got all the luxury cars, BMWs, Audis, this, that, right? They got all the foreigners outside in the parking lot, but they get free rides to and from their doctors, hospitals. So there's a deal that's been made with Uber and Lyft for them to get paid to pick up migrants. If this shit is happening in Boston, I know it's happening in New York, it's happening in New Jersey, it's happening in Miami, Chicago, LA, wherever else it's happening. They get housed, they get 3 meals a day. There's deals that's done with Uber Eats to deliver their food. There's deals that's done with all of these franchises, McDonald's, Popeyes, KFC, Chipotle, all of these companies feed these people 3 times a day at the hotels. I don't know if they still got the signs covered with like a black thing. If you see a hotel with like a black drape over it, like say that's the sign of the hotel and it's got a black drape, that means it's immigrants being housed in there. You can't even fucking get a room. Just to let y'all know. Because I was talking to T Wriggles last night in the DM. He's like, yo, maybe I didn't know Boston Gillette Stadium is hosting the soccer the World Cup or whatever. I said, yeah, we got a few games out here. So Haiti's gonna play Scotland June 13th. So there's gonna be tons of Haitians coming from everywhere. If people don't know, Boston is the 3rd largest Haitian population. Miami's first, New York is second, third is Boston with Haitian. That's another thing. That's another misconception people got about Boston. It's just a white town, so just white folks only. Like there's no blacks roaming around. Listen, only if y'all came out here and seen how it is. Boston is a melting pot, meaning there's all nationalities here. We have Somalis here, we got Nigerians here, we lots of Jamaicans here, Cape Verdeans here. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all probably heard Cape Verde for the first time with the ship that had the Hunter virus and all this other shit. Cape Verde is on the west coast of Africa, right? It's west of Africa. Might as well say they're Africans. You know what I mean? They just speak Portuguese. That's it. That's their language. It's Portuguese and they speak Creole. Not Haitian Creole, but they speak Creole, which is a slang dialect that they call Creole. Um, but yeah, there's tons of Cape Verdeans out here. You know what I mean? What you call it? Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians. There's heavy Brazilians. There's a city called Somerville. Man, it's almost like Brazilianed out. There's Worcester, got lots of Brazilians out there. Like I said, it's a melting pot, but people won't know. What they see and what they hear is what they believe. You know what I mean? So let me see, where you have illnesses and addictions, you have treatment centers. Yeah, of course. And people there to run them, all the money play. Correct. Correct. Poison Puppet, man. Salute, brother. Salute. That's a fact, Nikki. I mean, I think it was Portugal. Don't quote me, right? Either Portugal or Austria. They was having like near the tourist areas, they was having panhandlers, they had crime going on, they had drug use, right? And the president was like, yo, we're gonna build a building for the drug users to go in. In a lot of cities, they do that. Boston has this, right? Where the heroin addicts go into this building. There's a doctor and nurses on hand that gives them clean needles to let them do drugs, right? Do their heroin or whatever, and watch them and make sure they don't OD, make sure they're not reusing the needles and all this other shit, right? And it's controlled in a controlled environment, right? Um, so in this country, when they did this, it's either Austria or Portugal. When they did this, violence went down. The tourist areas cleaned up because people were seeing needles on the beach and all this other shit. You know what I mean? We have that same problem out here where you bring your child to the park, you better screen the park. When I mean screen the park, like make sure wherever your son or your daughter or your children's gonna play at, that there's no needles, because this shit happened plenty of times where kids go to the park or dogs, somebody's letting their dog loose in the park, their dogs get stuck with a needle. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So the city try to clean it up, but the shit comes right back. Again, they cause problems, but they're not in the business of cleaning it up. You know what I mean? And shit like that. So Somerville is Little Brazil now. Facts. Facts, Poison. Facts. Where you from, man? Because I now I know that you from Boston. But yeah, Somerville is Brazil. You got Chelsea. Chelsea is all MS-13'd out. Where they from again? Where's MS-13 from again? El Salvadorians or whatever. El Salvador. Chelsea is all of them. They all took over Chelsea. Lawrence is DR. Lawrence is like little DR. Dominican Republic and Lawrence. Fucking all the North Shore is you go to Lowell. Lowell got all the Bloods out there. They like Cambodian, I think, in Lowell. Oh, Mission Park. Oh, okay. Salute, man. Salute. I used to be out there in Mission Park. I used to be in Mission Hill more in the early 90s before the raid and all of that. I used to be in Mission Park. I mean, in Mission Hill, and then I used to go down the street, you know, um, to Mission Park, chill in Mission Park. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was just over there too yesterday. I had to go to Beth Israel, where I had to drop my neighbor at Beth Israel Hospital, and where I went through that area. I drove by Mission Park to go to Beth Israel and shit like that. Um, but yeah, man, it's a melting pot out here. But people got this misconception that Boston don't have blacks and shit. It's just funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Got some good eats out here. I'm trying to get a food content creator to come to Boston and do a food review on Boston. He's Haitian. He's in Miami, Grub Tent. You know what I mean? That's my bro. I'm trying to get him to come out to Boston to do a video. You know what I'm saying? He went to New York. He went to the Caribbean Festival in New York. Um, he's been I think to Maryland and did some food review. I'm trying to get him to come to Boston and do a food review. He was live yesterday, and I was like reassuring him, like, "Yo, come out, man. I'll be your tour guide." You know what I mean? We got some good Haitian restaurants. We got some good Jamaican restaurants. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. We just have some good food, period, out here. But yeah, I'm trying to do that. Like I said earlier, when I support people, I really support people. If I rock with you, I really rock with you. You know what I mean? And shit like that. Like I don't care about, I rather put shine on somebody and they make it and I'll be happy. I ain't gonna go around promoting it like, oh, I helped that person get to it. Like people that do that, they're not genuine. That's another fuck shit I can't stand. Somebody give you a little bit of help and they want to go around acting like nigga, like, they made you and shit like that. It's like, damn, my nigga, like, really? Or damn, homegirl, really? Like, you got to promote that? You got to tell everybody, oh, so I got there because of you, huh? It wasn't just my talent. Me, I don't, like, again, people are weird, man. Again, that's why I don't put expectations on people. I take people how they come. You know what I mean? Whoever you are is who you are, and shit like that. And that's it. And for the most part, like I said, I be reading people anyways. I just be needing to see it with my eyes. So I can be like, yeah, I knew this person was this way. You know what I mean? That's all. But yeah, man. I hope y'all are having a good AM so far, y'all. Amazing AM. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, you know, but y'all here rocking with me. So I appreciate all 7 of y'all that's on here. I see it show 7 on my end. It goes up and down. Again, I don't get caught up in digital numbers, but salute to each and one of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Madison Park. Yeah. Um, but yeah, man. What's that? What they call that area is Roxbury, right? I know you got Beth not Beth Israel. What the fuck? Brigham's. You got Brigham's near you. I would call that, yeah. You got Mission up the street. So that, yeah, I would consider that Roxbury. You know what I mean? I'm from Dorchester, right around the corner from the Dorchester Y. If you know where the Dorchester Y is, that's Washington Street. That's where I'm from. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's good to see my Bostonians, because it's tons of people from New York on YouTube. It's tons of people from California on here. There's tons of people from where else? I would say Florida in general. You know, Florida's a big ass state. It's a huge ass state. There's a lot of people from Texas on here. Ain't too many Bostonians on here. So when I see a Bostonian or somebody from Mass, period, I'd be happy. I'd be like, oh shit, where you from? You know what I mean? Like Angie Baby. Angie Baby's from Mass. You know what I mean? So ain't too many people. RIP this content creator, his name was T History. He was from Boston. He was from Heat Street. He was on here. I don't know anybody else that's from Boston that's on here. Um, you know, but yeah, it's always good to see, my Massachusetts Bostonian folks on here, so it's always a dope thing. But yeah, y'all, I'm just supposed to rain, man. I came to the beach. I'm like, yo, I just come here for the scenery, to do my thinking. That's how I do my thinking. Process things. I like listening to the water. I know I'm back in the vehicle, but when I shut this off, I'm gonna sit by the water. I go down by the water and I just just chill there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever brings y'all peace, man, do that shit, man. You know what I mean? If you gotta detach from certain people, you know what I'm saying, that ain't bringing you peace, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. You know? Relationships, the females acting up or the niggas acting up, detach, man. You know? Because we already got shit going on in our everyday lives. Why do I need to be in a relationship where, this female's bringing me more stress, more problems? You know what I mean? Like, why would I want that? So do what's best for you, you know? I love listening to music. I would play music, but you know how YouTube is. That's something else. Music is like medicine for me. And I ain't talking about no fucking stupid ass drill rap. I listen to that real good, feel good music. That Teddy Pendergrass type of shit. You know what I'm saying? The Stephanie Mills type of shit. Uh, the Marvin Gaye. You know what I mean? The OJs. You know, the Temptations. The Sam Cooks. Bobby Womack. Otis Redding. Aretha Franklin. Um, who else? I like to listen to like disco music too. Um, if y'all don't know, Donna Summers is from Boston. You know what I mean? So I'll listen to some disco. To me, y'all should know by now, I'm a big Michael fan. My favorite Michael's album is Off the Wall, man. I could play that shit all day long without skipping no fucking songs. We all know Thriller's what sold the most. But I'm just saying that Off the Wall album, that shit is fire. Good live, LOL, no trap music. Hell no, Peach. No trap music. Trap music is cool. It's just, I don't listen, man. Again, if I'm listening to some shit, right? Like another thing too, I'm a big Mobb Deep fanatic. Prodigy is my favorite rapper. Nas, Rakim, favorite rappers. Um, if I'm listening to shit like that, it's like more 90s. You know what I mean? I'm listening to, Mobb Deep Infamous album. I'm listening to Murder Music album. I mean, Hell on Earth album. I'm listening to, all of their albums. Again, I'm a big Mobb Deep fanatic. You know what I mean? I'm listening to Nas. I listen to Illmatic. I'll listen to Stillmatic. I'll listen to Nostradamus. I'll listen to I Am. It Was Written. Those are fucking classics, man. Classics. Um, I'll listen to some old Paid in Full, Eric B. and Rakim. You know what I'm saying? I'll listen to old ass LL Cool J. You know, Can't Live Without My Radio type of shit. Like old school rap and all that type of shit. I could vibe with. I try to not listen to too much shoot 'em up, bang bang, all this other shit. You know what I mean? Like I listen to fucking Ice Cube's Death Wish, or Death Certificate and shit like that. Jacking for Beats. You know what I mean? That old 90s shit, man. Like that was the golden era, man. I don't care what nobody say. The 90s, like rap, as far as rap. But if we talking about music was like, 70s, 80s to me, man. And I would throw in the 90s too, because there was a lot of real good music in the 90s, R&B music in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? That shit is lost, man. It's like, yo, the motherfuckers that's rapping now shit be trash. Like, even like when Migos first came out, that like Snoop would say the hibba da dibba da bidda dibba didda bidda da bidda dibba didda da bidda da didda da bidda. Like that shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? Then people were like, yo, they just copying off of 3 6 Mafia. That style ain't new. It's new to certain people, but that shit's old. 3 6 Mafia was rapping like this, or this one was rapping like that. You know, then everybody just started doing the same shit. It's like, yo, there's no originality. It's like, yo, I want to sound like it's like the artist comes out and hears this song and says, I want to do the same similar shit. And just comes out and does the same shit. Like in our times, man, there was originality. Like nobody wanted to sound like Rakim wasn't trying to sound like Kumo D. Kumo D wasn't rapping like LL. LL wasn't coming out trying to rap like fucking Busy B or sounding like this one and that one. Everyone had their unique style of rap. I can tell you some things about Donna Summer. Oh, yeah? Cool. I'm real good friends, personal friends with her nephew. I know her nieces, nephews. You know what I mean? I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Like, share, please subscribe. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I grew up with Donna Summers. I don't know how many nieces and nephews she have. I'll state that much. But I grew up with like I'm good friends with one of her nephews. I don't know how many nieces and nephews she have, but one of them I personally grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, um, if y'all ever heard of Clinton Sparks, he used to DJ for Bad Boy or whatever. He's a white dude. I went to school with him. I know him personally. There's few people that from Boston, man. People think like Boston is just like, I don't know. Little Baby said it's an off-state city or some bullshit he said, like off-road, because they was asking him, oh, where do you get your drip from? And he was like, oh, I get my drip from like off something city like Boston. And it's like, nigga, what are you talking about? You really don't know nothing about Boston. Because let me tell y'all something, right? Boston is a big market for music. And you'll hear some of these artists talk about it in their song. Like Griselda got mad big fans out here. D Block, the Locks, they got a lot of fans out here. Max B, big French Montana. Like I met Cardi B a long time ago, way before Cardi B blew up. Why? Because this dude Lou Armstrong used to have her come out here back in the days. I was in the same hotel room with her, French Montana. French Montana had signed this little rapper. He was on the Jermaine Dupri show. That Lotto and them was on. Little Poopy or something like that was the little kid's name. Um, like I was in these rooms with some of these people and shit, but I knew of Cardi B when she had the chip tooth and all of this other shit, and she was mad skinny. This chick was like skinny like this, man. No BBLs, Cardi B. I'm talking about way before the plastic surgeries, way before the BBLs and shit like that. A lot of people come Boston's a big music thing. We have this place called the Middle East. Poison Puppet know about it. A lot of people go there and perform. The Middle East. It's a small little joint, but mad people came here. Like one time back in the days, Jim Jones came here, and they almost got stomped out of that fucking building. If they didn't have security and police, I don't think they would have made it out of there. But Boston's a big music market. I seen Cardi dance in Worcester. Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying. She used to, like she said, when, she said she used to strip and all of that. That's what I'm saying. Lou Armstrong got her to come out here. I think Lou Armstrong might be from, I forgot where's he from. I know he's from the North Shore somewhere. He's got songs too with like The Locks and a few other artists like French Montana, stuff like that. But yeah, like a lot of these people frequent Boston, especially if you're doing music and you coming out of New York, it's like, you come to this market. I know they go to Connecticut, they do Philly, they go to Connecticut, they do Rhode Island, and then they do Boston. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And then they work their way down. Or they come up, I should say. They come up and then they go down and stuff like that. Like Max B talked about Boston, his Boston fans. He was like, yo, they one of my biggest supporters and stuff like that. People just have this, I don't know, this misconception. Like, if people go to New York, we're just a smaller version of New York. Like, no lie. Like, I always tell people Boston is only like a 20-mile radius. Boston is very small. So I think Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, like one borough, Boston could fit in one of those boroughs. That's how big and large one of those boroughs is. Boston is very small. That's why 9 out of 10 people be knowing each other. If they don't know each other personally, they share a mutual friend. You ever heard the saying like, oh, for every third person you know knows me or knows somebody that I know or something like that? It's that type of shit. You know what I mean? You could kind of say like it's a 6 degree of separation type of shit. You know what I mean? If y'all ever saw that Will Smith first movie called 6 Degrees of Separation, where he did a kissing scene with a guy and all of this other shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that type of thing. Every in Boston is big on like gang politics. That's another thing too. Like, yeah, we got Crips and Bloods out here now, but back in the 70s, 80s, it was about neighborhoods, blocks, and shit like that. That's what it's about. That used to be the spot. What used to be the spot? Worcester? I know Asia and Roro. Okay. Um, yeah, like Bobby Brown. Last time I saw Bobby Brown, I seen him at Simcoe's. That was like a few years ago. I was standing right next to him at Simcoe's. Mike Bivens is always out. He be doing his basketball tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got some people that came out of here. Like, people think it's just the Matt Damons and the Ben Affleck and all of that. There's mad people from Boston that unless they expose it, you wouldn't even fucking know about it. What's the dude that got the late night show? Conan O'Brien. He's from out here. Uh, 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 there's a bunch of people from out here. The white dude that played the 40-year-old version, he's from like outside of Mass. I think he's from like New Hampshire, something like that. The chick that played Saving Sarah Marshall, whatever, she's from out here. Tracy was like the only black chick on Baywatch. She's from Cambridge, Mass. I think she actually went to school with Matt Damon or who one of them dudes and shit like that. So it's not just New Edition and New Kids on the Block. It's mad people from out here. Unless they expose it, you would never know that they from out here. Um, the Middle East, yeah, the Middle East it still is. I just saw Buckshot. Buckshot Shorty, I think is gonna be here, if not this weekend, next week. Um, is going to be at Middle East. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these people go to the Middle East. If they don't go perform at the Middle East, always house a bunch of rappers. I don't care who you are, especially when it comes to New York rappers. They always perform at Middle East. The other spot is the House of Blues. Like, people heard of the House of Blues in LA. They don't know Boston have a House of Blues, but we have a House of Blues too, and shit like that. Yeah, Boston's like a big music market, man. A lot of people come through when they blowing up. or they doing their rounds, whether it's like whoever you are, you just came out, you come to Boston. Your manager, your A&R will tell you, oh, we got to hit the Boston market because it's big out here. The Middle East, Steve Carell from Action, Leonard, how you pronounce that name? Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy, or something like that. I don't know who those people are. I would have to look them up and stuff. But yeah, man, we got some of the best lobsters out here. Somebody wanted to debate me one time. My homie, True the King. You know, we have a sports show on Maybach Sports on my sports channel, my other YouTube channel, and he was trying to tell me Delaware got the best seafood. I'm like, bro, there's a TV show that's showing Gloucester, Massachusetts. They catching bluefishes, Nick. I said bluefishes. They catching blue crabs out the water, my G, and selling it right to a restaurant. Like, what are we talking about here, man? Like, we catching our shit right from the fucking water, bringing it in the crib, and fucking cooking the bitch, man, and eating it. What are you talking about? Let me see. I need to come to Boston and hang out. Yeah, you coming to Boston and hang out? You came. You came last year. You came, you saw, and you conquered. Let me see that dude from. Oh yeah, the dude from Star Trek, Spock. Yeah, yo, you know what's so funny? I'm glad you said that, Poison Puppet. Spock is from the hood of Boston. If anybody watched Star Trek, Mr. Spock is from Mattapan, Massachusetts. Just like the Bushes, they say the Bush family is from Compton. They lived in Compton. I could be wrong. But I'm trying to remember. I heard that the Bush family is from Compton. But yeah, Spock, Mr. Spock from Star Trek, he's from Mattapan, Mass. If I remember, he's from Mattapan, Mass. If it's not Mattapan, Mass, it's matter of fact, let me let y'all know. Yeah, let's get to this. History. Fun fact. All right, Massachusetts is one of the 13 colonies, right? Boston had the first police department, right? We're the first in a lot of shit, right? We know Delaware is one of the first states, or is the first state, but Mass set a lot of shit up, right? The Boston Tea Party happened here. If y'all remember, the British is coming. That happened here in Revere, Massachusetts. There's a beautiful beach. Well, I don't think it's beautiful anymore. It's super drug infested, but hey, Revere Beach. They got a nice beach too out that way. That's in the North Shore. That's north of of Boston. Where I'm at right now, I'm south of Boston. This is where I'm at. The location I'm at, I'm south of Boston. Revere is north of Boston. Let me read this comment. Let me see. They love to say Boston is the center of racism because they hate the Celtics. Yeah, I can't stand facts. I remember they used to say that to me, Garrison. I'd be talking about the Celtics, and they'd be like, "Oh, how could you like this organization? You're from a city that's racist." I'm like, "What's that got to do with sports, bro?" And if you know anything, they wanted to kill Red Auerbach. Excuse me, we on YouTube. Sorry, they wanted to unalive Red Auerbach because he had Bill Russell. He was playing Bill Russell. He made Bill Russell a coach, a player coach, and all of this other shit. They wanted to off Red Auerbach. That's why to me, Red Auerbach is the best head coach of all time, NBA all time. Because he didn't just coach a team. He put the team, he orchestrated. He was playing more blacks than a lot of the whites back then. This is super racist time in Massachusetts. And he was playing more blacks because he seen, oh, these guys is more athletic, they jump higher, they run faster, they got more skills. Not saying white boys ain't got none. So don't kill me, my Caucasian friends. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we more athletic, we gifted, we just gifted and a little more talented. That's all. Not saying once in a blue moon, because one of my favorite basketball players of all time is Larry Bird. To me, Larry Bird don't get talked about. He don't even get mentioned sometimes. And that's my favorite player of all time. Does that mean he's better than this guy, that guy? No, that's my favorite player. That's all. Go argue with your mama. You know what I mean? Don't argue with me. Um, yep. Jersey. I used to chill with older Celtics at Champions in the Marriott. Okay, Bird, Parrish, Ainge, McHale. Okay, that's what's up. Let me see. Coming to Boston to hit up a seafood restaurant. I need a. You need a what? The hell is that? Copalot? What the fuck is that? Copalot? What? How you? What the fuck are you talking about? What is that? I don't eat seafood, so I don't know. I could point you in the right direction, Peach, but I can't eat seafood. So let me say it right. Not that I don't want to eat it. I can't eat seafood. I'll die if I eat seafood. I'm allergic to the mercury. I have a reaction to it. So Larry Bird played like a ninja. Facts. And remember, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson saved the NBA. If they wasn't balling, the Celtics and the Lakers, there would be no NBA. Facts. That's facts. Not opinion. This is facts. You know what I mean? Oh, co-pilot. Okay, co-pilot. I thought that was some type of fish that I never fucking heard of. Or something like that. It's like, what the fuck is what the fuck is that? I said, what I say? What I call it? Cop lot? Whatever the fuck I said. I don't even remember what the fuck I said, but it's funny to laugh at it now and shit. But yeah. Nah, we have some of the best seafoods. Like, yo, there's some man, listen, I wish I could eat a lobster roll, man. We have some of the best lobster rolls. You know what I mean? Out here. Some of the best lobster rolls, out here. I'm just salivating right now, just thinking about it. I can't even eat no fucking lobster, man. Shit. But hey, they say shrimp, lobster, and crab are roaches of the sea, and we should not be eating this shit. But I see folks be murdering these things, man. Niggas be, yo, let me get the lobster. Yep. Let me get some shrimp on that. Yep. Let me get this. Let me get some crabs and shit like that. We ain't talking about no the sexual disease, transmitted disease. We talking about a real fucking crab or crabs from the ocean. But they say it's roaches of the sea, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what they say. They say everything that comes from the top that trickles down to the bottom, that's what they fucking eat. They bottom feeders. Sea roaches. Yeah, that's a fact. They say they sea roaches. Bottom feeders. You know, that's what they say. You know what I mean? That's what they say. They bottom feeders. I never ate shrimp before, so I don't know how shrimp tastes. But crabs, lobster, and red snapper is what I ate. And Haitians love red snapper. They don't really eat no other fish. They don't do no salmon. I'm not saying they don't. Let me take that back. The old school traditional Haitians will fuck up some red snapper. Now, I'm not talking about mess it up. I'm talking about they will massacre and devour some red snapper. Jamaicans love it too. The bigger the roach, the better the taste. That's funny. I'm gonna use that. The bigger, the bigger the roach, the better the taste. I'm gonna use that. But yeah, yeah, True the King. He wanted to debate with me. He was like, "Yo, Delaware got some good seafood." I'm like, "Bro, if you ain't never been to Boston, you gotta come here and try the seafood out here." You know what I mean? Boston, they talk about clam chowder is one of the staple foods too. I ain't never had clam chowder. I don't think I would ever eat it. The shit looks nasty to me. You know what I mean? It just looks nasty to me. Like it's all creamy. I never cared for creamy shit. Pause. Well, no pause. We grown over here. We don't need to do that. But yeah, don't care about no clam chowder, but some lobster roll, I would fuck up some lobster roll. I mean, I definitely would eat some red lobster. I mean red lobster. Red snapper. Like I said, the traditional old school Haitians, they're not eating no salmon. They're not eating no flounder. They're not eating no catfish. To me, catfish is more like American Southern folks that likes that. Salute, Maybach. Yo, salute, Samuel. Salute, my guy. What's going on, brother? Salute, my guy. Been rocking for a minute, man. You be over here and you be on my sports channel. I appreciate everybody, man. That like I said, that taps in, with me, man. And, instead of me talking about the haters, because I really don't be giving a fuck and want to shed light on the haters. But to all my real supporters, man, I gotta really thank y'all. Because again, I appreciate y'all. All the ones who really rock with me, I salute y'all, man. Who really, really truly rock with me. That never unsubscribe and then subscribe on some fucking cornball shit. I ain't got time for that, man. If I unsubscribe, I'm gonna really unsubscribe. I'm not gonna subscribe back. You know what I mean? Or I might just stay subscribed to you. I might just probably shut the fucking notification off, but I'm gonna say subscribe to you because I'm a real one. Like people be like, yo, if I have a problem, let me say this too, right? If I like brother Nasir got my contact, right? If I have a problem with brother Nasir, right? Before I even get on anybody's social media, which I'm not gonna do, I would call the brother and have a conversation with the brother, right? And be like, yo, this is my issue with you, brother. You said this, you said that, or this is how I feel about this and that, right? I would never turn on this shit and be like, yeah, fuck the enemy's public when I have his phone number and he has my phone number. I don't get why people do that. There be people on here that do that type of shit. That shit is corny. And it be the grown folks that's doing that when we don't come from this shit. I get it. This is another form of reaching other people that ain't in our cities, ain't in our state, ain't out of circumference, new people that we can meet. I get all of that. That's what the shit is supposed to be used for. But if I have Poison Puppet's phone number, why am I coming on here to talk about him? Why? Why? Because I want to put on a fucking show? Motherfuckers is corny, man. Motherfuckers will have your phone number. Whether you got 2 numbers, 3 numbers, a landline on top of it, and they have all of these numbers, your direct line to where they can hit you and be like, yo, bro, what's up, man? What's going on? Motherfuckers rather turn this shit on and talk about you and be talking about nonsense. Like I said, y'all, I'm going to be changing shit. So if y'all don't see certain people, just know why. Because again, I don't got time for no fake shit. If you rock with me, you subscribe to me, you support me, I'm going to do the same in return. And again, I'm not trying to be liked by everybody. You know what I mean? I'm realistic. I'm not trying to be liked by everybody. Because I tell you, a class that I didn't pass is kissing ass. Mel don't kiss no ass. So if you unsubscribe, that tells me more about you. And that's cool if you unsubscribe. That's cool. I ain't going to be in my feelings about it. It is what it is. All you did was really expose who you are and who you not. That's it. I don't give a fuck. I don't got time for the unsubscribe or like I said, I'm supporting you any which way I can possibly, and I don't get the same reciprocation. And then I didn't even know you went live. Yeah, you don't know I go live. Like people be like thinking that they can tell you a lie and you don't peep the lie that, again, just because I don't expose you or I don't confront you, I just let you lie. Because again, that's telling me more about you, who you are and who you're not. Oh, I don't get no notifications, Maybach, but this and that. Yeah, and then I go check to see who's subscribed to me, and I realize you're not even subscribed to me. So of course you're not gonna get no notification. But why lie? Why we gotta play the game? You're grown, I'm grown. Why we gotta play the games? You see what I'm saying? But yet I've been subscribed to you. Every time I see that you're live, I support you. Like I don't like people be fake in the front. Like it's like, yo, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's cool. It's like back in the days, you at the fucking park, you're playing, right? Or you got a class of kids playing. You have a group over here that you part of. It's not to say you're not cool with these classmates like that. You just, you know them. You say what's up to them, but this is your main core that you vibrate with over here, and that's cool. You stay over there then. Let's not be fake. Let's not do the yo, my brother, yo, fucking rocks with you. And then when I turn around, this is what you're doing. Or you really don't rock with me. Like, dog, stay over there with that shit, man. I ain't got time for that. You just stay over there, and I'm gonna do my thing over here. I'll see you, I'll salute you. Because again, I don't gotta be friendly, but I know how to be cool. You know what I mean? I know how to be cool, and that's cool too. But let's not play these games, dog. Again, we too grown. Cause I don't got time for games. The games that I play, I have a son who's 9 going on 10, and I have a daughter who's 8 years old. Those are the games I play. I play games with them. I don't play games with grown folks. I don't have no time. It's either we vibrate, we rock with each other, or we don't. And that's cool too. But I'm not gonna be faking the front. Oh, such and such, I didn't even know you was live. In all reality, when you go check, because everybody else is popping up on your live. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, I'm not like, dog, if people have a problem, like, YouTube does fuck around and do that. So I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. It does happen. All you have to do is, from what I hear the big channels say, is unsubscribe and resubscribe. It kind of resets the system now, right? It resets the system. So now every time, and then you got to hit the notification bell on all. So anytime the person uploads a video or they go live, you can catch it. Look at y'all. I don't be expecting to have 9 people. I don't care if it's only 9 people on here. Cause it's showing me 9 with 7 likes. You know what I mean? And that's cool. If I got 100 people, I'm grateful and I'm thankful. If I have 20 people, if I got 10, if I got 5, I still do my thing. I'm not one of these people that, oh, I only had, like, people be like people be trying to like have a competition with you. Oh, look, he's got this many subscribers, but he can't even get 10 people on his live. Or she can't even get 20 people on her live, but she got it's like, who gives a fuck, my nigga? Like, people get caught up in the YouTube world, dog. They think, like, dog, like, listen, man. I'd rather know personally 10 people off of YouTube, right? 10 people off of YouTube that I could really be cool with, that have my number. That if I need support and help, that they will help me. Because that's what really counts. People be having like 300, 200,000. But can you pick up the phone and call these people and say, yo, I got an emergency? Like, people get caught up. Same thing with IG or Facebook. Oh, look at so and so. They have 100,000 followers. But how many of these people that they personally know? How many of these people can they pick up the phone and actually call and say, "Yo, I need help"? So who gives a fuck? People get caught up in these numbers and shit like that. I don't give two. Yo, dog, this is what I'm saying, man. I would never comply, and obey to any fucking system. I've always been an outlaw. I've always been a running rebel. No UNLV. I've always been a running rebel. No UNLV. Facts. I didn't run with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? When everybody was going that way, Mel was going that way. And people would turn back like, oh shit, why is that nigga going that way? Yo, fuck this, fuck them. Let's follow him. I've always been that guy. You know what I mean? I've always been that nigga. Stubborn, hard-headed. Oh yeah, oh, you doing that? Well, you do that. I'm gonna do this. So I've always been. You know what I mean? I have no problem giving out my number if I'm asked. No, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? You should. I'm not saying to give your number out to everybody, because I'm definitely not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the people that I rock with. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about you personally. I'm just saying, like, I rather, like how Brother Nasir, me and him was talking yesterday and building on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to put something together, y'all. You know what I mean? I don't want to tell y'all too much, but we're trying to put a show together. And when things is happening and it's rolling, we'll inform y'all. But me and him, we're gonna, collab on something. And I might even be talking too much right now about that. But that's that's what me and him been behind the scenes, talking about. So we're trying to put something together, you know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be fire, and I think it's gonna be dope. Well, I know it's gonna be fire, and I know it's gonna be dope. Pardon me with the I think. Um, you know what I'm saying? And I know all of the ones who rock with him and rock with me will definitely support us. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. But so again, like I said, I'd rather be able to hit that brother up and be like, yo, man, I'm having this issue, this and that. If it's his words of wisdom, his advice, his opinion, his point of view, his perspective, which I respect all of that. You know what I mean? The brother can, because, you know what I mean, hit me with some shit. And I'm like, damn, I didn't look at it like that, bro. Appreciate that. And I don't mean like, oh, I need to call somebody that has to support me and I'm be like, oh, can I hold a stack? I need to hold a stack, or I need 500. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like people that you could pick up the phone and actually call. So how good is it if you have all these people that's following you and you know what I mean? Nobody really knows you. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't have a few of these people or whatever that have your contact. You know what I mean? Or you meeting up in real life and saying, hey man, you've been subscribed to me. Here's a gift card for $100. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of big YouTubers that don't give nothing back to their subscribers. They don't show no appreciation. I want to start doing that. Facts. I want to like start like once a month, put all my subscribers' names in a hat. And of course, there's a lot of people that don't tune in. I'm just gonna figure it out. But what I'm saying is I want to give back to y'all to show my appreciation. And that's what I feel like a lot of these big YouTuber channels they don't do. They don't show no appreciation. They say it, but they don't show it. Motherfuckers getting Cash App all day long and they can't even return the favor. You know, you getting this much money from a subscriber, somebody that supports you, and you don't return the favor. Like, what are we doing? Like, you know, I would do that for my subscribers to show my appreciation. Like I said, once a month, you know, like I even shared one time with a YouTube. I'm like, yo, you could buy like a $20 gift card, like say from Dunkin' Donuts, or upload $50, for a card, a universal card that can be used. If the person want to put gas, they put gas. If it's something that they want to buy from a store, like one of them Visa, Master credit cards type of thing, so they could use it at anywhere they want, and just give back once a month. Just pick a name out the hat. Now, if you pick the same name twice, or once you pick that person's name, they're not going to be in the next one. You know what I mean? Because they already been gifted. To just keep it rotating to where everybody gets a chance to get a gift card, or you just show your appreciation to people. That's just me. That's what I want to do for y'all, to show my appreciation. Because to me, that's not breaking my pocket. That's not, you know, uh, I'm just saying, like, it would just really show my appreciation for y'all and to y'all to do that. It wouldn't cost me no money to do that. Hey, Poison Puppet, give me hit me up on the back, you know, uh give me your address, because I'm gonna mail you a $50 gift card because you're a good moderator. You a moderator extraordinaire. You've been supporting. Hey, Philly OG, I'm gonna text you when I get off the live. Shoot me your addy, or you got Cash App? Yeah, you got Cash App. Well, here's $50 because you've been a good supporter of mine. Hey, brother Nasir, Enemies Public. You got a Cash App, you got this, you got that. I want to send you $50. You know what I mean? Just doing that. These big channels, they don't do none of this shit. There is some that do. I'm just talking about the ones that don't. Like, bro, you got enough money. You make decent money. You should be doing that once a month. Once a month, just showing appreciation, or you do it every day of a month. You know what I mean? You just pick a name, like I said, pick the name out of the hat and show love to your subscribers. Niggas don't do none of that shit. Niggas will turn on this shit. Like, how long have I been on here? It says I've been on here for an hour and 18, right? And some seconds, right? Let's just say the first 10 minutes, I'm like, yo, ain't nobody Cash at me. I'm doing all of this. I see motherfuckers yelling at their subscribers. I'm like, what the fuck, my nigga? Nobody's obligated, bro. If somebody want to Cash App you some, or let them Cash App you. I see niggas turn the shit on. They're not even talking about nothing. 2 minutes go by. Yo, I didn't see nothing. I ain't hear no notification. I didn't hear nothing. No, nobody's hitting me up. No Cash Apps. What's up? What's up? Like, nigga, what are you talking about? You're arguing with another content creator. You're talking about another content creator on YouTube. So people got to give you money to do that, my nigga? What are we talking about, bro? Hey, man, salute to these people who do that. You know, I don't put my Cash App up here. People done told me plenty of times, yo, Maybach, when you go live, under your name, put your Cash App up, or put your Cash App in the chat. So, I don't do that. Maybe I should. You know what I'm saying? And me, I would be appreciative of whatever. If I get $2.99, so be it. I get $2.99. Guess what? That's $2.99 that I just gained. You know what I'm saying? Like it be weird shit on here. Like again, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just different. I don't know. The big channels use us for content and make money. Yeah, that's a fact, Peach. Of course. And those be the main ones talking about nothing. That's a fact, Garrison. People always say in the back, where is that? I'm not that computer or YouTube. So I get what you're saying. Like, let's just say, like, on Philly OG, right? We come up on the panel, whether he's on Zoom or StreamYard, there's a back chat to that StreamYard with the people on the panel, right? So let's just say it's me, Enemies Public, and I am, right? That's on the panel on Philly OG's platform. In that back chat, I could be like, yo, brother Nasir, I'm gonna give you my numbers. Check the back chat. That y'all don't see it. So we could chat with each other on the panel and y'all don't see it. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like if I was to tell you, give me your number, I would be like, yo, give me your number to where everybody on here doesn't see it. You know what I mean? And shit like that. Cause there's weirdos on here, you know? I remember one time I was on a panel and two women was exchanging numbers. And I told the women, like, hey, once y'all get the numbers, y'all remove y'all phone numbers off of here. You know what I mean? We don't want to bring nobody up on the panel and they see y'all numbers and they screenshot it. I don't need their numbers. I didn't take their number. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But there's weirdos that do shit like that. You know what I mean? That's what the back chat means. The people on the panel they can exchange information, or like how somebody could be like, hey, Philly OG, I just sent you a link for you to show the chat. It's in the back chat. And then Philly OG will just look at the back chat and then he'll probably copy and paste the link and then boom. You know what I mean? That's what the back chat is. I just followed you on Instagram. Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna check for it. Are you using the same name? Because a lot of people be hitting me up and I don't be knowing people, so I don't accept them unless they like tell me on here. Like Flying Guillotine. I don't know if y'all know who that is. He go by Old Head or Ronin. He been sent me a following on IG. I didn't know it was him until he had keep coming to my live and was like, "Yo, Maybach, I sent you a following request on IG," and I'm like, "Is it the same name?" And he was like, "No, it's another name." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And when he told me the name, I accepted him and shit. Because I got people following me on Instagram too. But yeah, what Pete said is true. Like, there's a lot of big YouTubers that watch small channels and they running out of ideas and stuff like that. So they'll watch the small channels and take the ideas of a small channel. So to the people that's following the big channel, they'll think that's a new idea that this person came up with. No, it's like, let's just say I wrote a rap, right? I wrote a rap song, right? Only the people that's in Massachusetts hear it because it's being played only in Massachusetts, right? So a big artist might hear that song that I put out. And this happens all the time. They'll steal the shit. Like Biggie's song, there's a song that Biggie came out with. There's another rapper named Notorious B.I.G. Same lyrics, same song. I don't know. But I'm just saying that motherfucker put his song out first. You know what I mean? He put his song out before Biggie did. You know what I mean? So did Biggie copy? I don't know. Did Biggie hear the song? And he's like, oh, and it was a Southern rap, I believe, or some shit like that. I just followed. Okay. I got to try that. All right. Yep. Roger is random. I got random. I'll remember that. But yeah. Um, there's a lot of big YouTubers that watch small channels. I didn't know that. I was told that. There's a lot of big YouTubers that watch small channels and they'll get their ideas and all this other shit from. That's why, like I said, I try to be unique. I try to be authentic. I came up with the Q&A interview where I interview different women that got careers and all this other stuff. Ask them questions about their careers, their jobs, and then at the, when I'm done with those type of questions, I lighten the mood up by asking, hey, what's your favorite food? What's the type of music you listen to on a road trip and all this other shit? I don't be having a lot of people tapping in. A lot of people probably catch the replay or they just watch it live. For the most part, y'all that are subscribed will watch it. I know that. But I don't be getting a lot of views on that. And to me, that's unique. I don't see nobody on YouTube doing that. I mean, you see the typical interviews, you know what I'm saying? Like a celebrity, a famous person, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Me, I rather interview, like I had the last interview I did was with that doctor, the orthopedic specialist, you know. I feel like a lot of people don't know about orthopedics. So it's like, yo, let me ask you questions about, what inspired you or motivated you to get into that field, do that career and stuff like that. Um, I had the I had Miss Candace, who has her organization helping women with felonies get jobs, right? I thought that was interesting. Y'all see, when I interviewed her, she was like, "Oh, you really did your homework." Yeah, I'm gonna come with serious questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just throwing shit and asking stupid questions. No, I see that you're doing something beautiful. You're trying to help women who have felonies on their record get jobs. Women who's being abused get a crib to live in or get a house, apartment. You're helping children who's being abused, get out of those homes and go into a safe haven for them. That's real shit. These are the type of people that we should be promoting. Fuck all of these rappers oh yeah, let me ask you, uh rapper such and such, who you beefing with? Like, these niggas go on these fucking platforms and it's just like, yo, they don't even ask you nothing about your music. They asking you about who you shot. When did you start selling fucking drugs and all this other dumb shit? Let me just tell y'all. Some of y'all know because y'all been on my platform for a minute. I can tell a bunch of fucking prison stories because I've been to the prison system. I've been to jail. I could tell y'all this type of stories, shit happening here, how I saw this person get stabbed up, how I saw a CO having sex with an inmate. I could tell y'all a bunch of stories about that. But what the fuck is that going to do for me? Yeah, that's going to get my views up. Yes, that's going to get my subscribers up because there's content for that. But to me, that's my past life. That's shit I did in the 90s. I did time in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So why would I be talking about that shit today? Yeah, like I said, I could get my YouTube shit up with that, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I used to run the streets and shit like that. Why would I talk about shit I was doing in the 90s? You know what I'm saying? Today on here. Yeah, I could get my subscribers up and views up because I know how to tell stories and I know how to make it entertaining. I know how to add personality to it and all of that. My shit will go up. You know what I mean? But that's my past life. You feel what I'm saying? I'd rather come on here and talk about some real shit. You know what I mean? How can we move forward as people? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's what I'd rather talk about. That's just me. Salute to the people that do content, prison content, jail content. No disrespect to you. Salute to the people that talk about gang shit. Salute to y'all. I've been there and done that. You know what I mean? If you wasn't there, then you just wasn't there. I grew up in that era. If you saw what I was doing, you seen it, you witnessed it, then that's what it was. You already know. I don't need to come on here and act like I'm the biggest guy, the toughest guy. The ones who know knows, and that's it. I've never been the nigga that looked for validation. Never. Like I tell people, it's the facts. I came out validated. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need validation. I didn't look for validation from people that wasn't even validated. That don't even make no sense. If you know, just just saying it doesn't even make sense. How can someone validate you if they're not validated? How's that supposed to work? You know what I'm saying? How's that supposed to work? It's like, you know what I'm saying? A nigga telling you he's the plug, and when you hit him up for some work, he ain't got no work. Then my nigga, you ain't no plug. Make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? I never looked for nothing. Now, did I, at one point when I was young and dumb, care about what people think of me? Yes. I think that's all of us. When I was young and dumb, did I care about who's saying what about me? Yeah, I think that's all of us. I'm grown now. I don't give two fucks. If you think I'm soft, then I'm soft. If you think I'm pussy, then I'm pussy. If you think that I'm a great guy, then I'm a great guy. If you think like dog, I don't care what people think of me. Do now who I care about? of what they say of me is my children first and foremost. That's it, and my family. Outside of that, I don't give two shits about what anybody is saying, what anybody's thinking. Again, if you think I'm this, then I'm that. That's what it is. That's your opinion. You know what I mean? You don't make me, you don't break me. What you think don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying? What you say don't make me shit. And I think too many of us at a grown age is worried about who's saying what, who's saying this, who thinks this, who thinks that. Like we should be way past this. You know what I'm saying? As people, you know, I just care about what my children think. Me as their father. That's who I can really give a fuck about. And after them two is my family. And sometimes some family members you just don't give a fuck because they ain't shit. You know what I mean? So why would you care about what they say if they ain't shit? You know what I mean? I care about my real friends and my real family members. The ones who, you know, who really is there for me, who care about my well-being. You know what I'm saying? The ones who are supportive. That's who I care about. Who fuck about anything outside of that? You know what I'm saying? Like too many people worry about that. But there's a lot of people, I get it, that comes on here and they just be lying on people. They don't even know you. They just know what they see or what they heard and think that that's who you are. And they just do this all day. And that's cool. But dog, that don't mean you know somebody because you heard this one say to that one or tell you, oh yeah. So now you think that's what the person is. It's like, man, listen, man. Too many people give a fuck. Who cares? You know, about that. You know, I wish, you know, again, that's why I said, like, you know, when I was young and dumb, I was like that. I'm not gonna lie. I put expectations on people. I'm like, oh shit, I'm rocking with this dude. This nigga said he's my homie. I'm his homie. We cool. You know, I'm giving him 1,000% loyalty, and I'm supposed to get the 1,000% loyalty. And then it's just like you realize the nigga's a snake. He's grimy. He's a slime ball. You know what I'm saying? He's using you. He don't care. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get caught up on a case. He's telling. You know, you're like, damn, my nigga, like really? But you said it's to the end, my nigga. It's you and me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're my homie. You gonna ride or die. Or you dealing with a female. You think she's loving on you like you loving on her. You think that she's loyal to the soil. You think that she respects you. She disrespects you. She cheats on you. And you're like, damn, I could have talked to this one and talked to that one, but I dismissed them and I curbed them just for you. Shit happens, man. That's why you don't put expectations on people. And I don't, man. I don't. But that's something that I had to learn. You know, the niggas that tell you, oh, they're gonna ride or die for you, they there for you, you know, you going up north, you take, I like to call it the forced vacations, because you don't want to go there, but you have to go there, right? And when you behind these bars, you know who you see your support team is or your support system is? Your family. You know what I'm saying? If you got a real loyal female, she might be there if she ain't smashing the homies or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, it be your family. These niggas that say they're gonna have your back and all of this shit, the minute that you're gone, they trying to fuck your girl, your baby mother, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fuck your sister or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, homie can't even put $20 on your commissary. Forget about $50 or $100. They can't even put $20 on your books for you. They can't even write you a good letter talking about like, yo, homie, man, keep your head up while you in there, you know, hold it down. They don't do none of that. It be your family. That's gonna be there. If you got your parents, you know what I'm saying, and you could call them, they alive, they the ones that's gonna support you. They may not be able to visit you like that, but they'll send you a couple of dollars and put on your books. They the ones that's always around. I know in my case, all the motherfuckers that I would have did anything for, man, listen, it was probably a handful of them that was holding me down. This is facts. You know what I'm saying? I had a bunch of females, and this is what I learned too, right? When I was in these places doing my time, I had more people that I knew, but I wasn't chilling with every day. Like we were cool. Like we see each other in passing. Hey, what's up, Maybach? Oh, what's up, so and so? Whether it was a male or female, those were the ones that was visiting me. Those were the ones that was supporting me compared to the people that I was with every fucking day, smoking blunts with, drinking bottles with. It be the ones that you least expect. Those are the people that's quick to hold you down. It's the same thing with YouTube or me being on Instagram. I got more people that I don't personally know share my shit, and I post all types of shit that anybody could. Anything that I post on Instagram, it's relatable. I post motivation, videos and spot inspiration videos and anything that I feel that will help somebody, even if it's just one person that gains something, I did my job. But I have more people support me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I can't. There's some bad people that's on YouTube, but for the most part, I've met nothing but great people off of YouTube. I've been in contact with nothing but great people on YouTube. I can't really say I had a bunch of bad experiences because again, I read people, I analyze people. I'm big on not just watching what you say. I need to see the action match what you saying. That's always been me. I don't know if it's the Libra in me, but we analyze, we read people, we go off of energy. That's how I've always been. You know what I mean? I could see a nigga who ain't really loyal. But me, it's just that I used to be naive and think that people are supposed to give me what I give them. You see what I'm saying? That was on me. That was a me problem. So I can't really fault the person. It's like I said before, right? It's like I buy a pet snake and then the snake bites me and I'm all shocked and surprised, like, oh my God, my python just bit me and tried to eat me. Nigga, it's a fucking snake. What the fuck did I expect? You see what I'm saying? So that was me being naive and being, I don't want to say dumb, but just putting the expectation on. I knew the nigga was grimy. I know this chick ain't loyal, but I was like, nah, okay, maybe they was disloyal to Tyrone. Or maybe she cheated on Tyrone, but she won't cheat on me. Maybe this nigga did Mike dirty, but he'll never do me dirty because it's me. I thought I was special. Yeah, right. Okay. That's how I had to learn. But that's living and learning. Some people would say living in lessons, which is the same thing. You learn, okay, cool. But that shouldn't stop you from still being who you are. If you're a kind-hearted person, keep being kind-hearted. If you're a loyal person, don't stop being loyal because you were loyal to fuck niggas or chicks that wasn't loyal. You know what I mean? Don't stop being who you are. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just be mindful of who you're loyal to. Because a lot of times we could be loyal by default. We could be loyal to sucker niggas that put you in predicaments. You know what I'm saying? That's not a real friend because a real friend would never put their real true friends in a predicament. Let me give you an example. I used to be going out to do shit and I'll have somebody next to me and be like, yo, I'm going with you to do this mission. I'll be like, nah, nigga. I don't want that I want to sleep good at night. I don't want for me to go do something and put you in a predicament to maybe where I get away, you get caught, or something bad happens to you. You see what I'm saying? Now I got to deal with that. Some people don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I've never been like that. You know what I mean? So I would never put somebody, I did like probably one crime with a few other guys and I got away. All three of them got caught. One dude told on me. Told, straight up told from the top to the bottom. The other niggas held it down, but that clown, he told on me, and I learned right then and there. I said, you know what? I'm on some Tret shit from now on. I'm gonna do shit on my lonely. When Tret said that, don't do your dirt about on lonely, because now if you're gonna tell, you're gonna tell on yourself. You ain't gonna tell on nobody. You're gonna be like, all right, detectives, y'all got me. All right, this is what happened. All right, this is what I did. You're telling on yourself. You're not telling on Ricky. You're not telling on Bobby. You're not telling on Mike. You ain't telling on Ralph. You know what I'm saying? You're not telling on nobody. You're telling on yourself. All right, officers, y'all got me. Y'all got me, officers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did the crime. Yep, y'all caught me red-handed. I did it. You know what I mean? Or they come to you, they see you on camera. Hey, we got you. Bah, 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 bah. Now they take you for interrogation. Hey, you want to tell us or you don't want to talk? No, I'm gonna talk. Fuck the lawyer. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, you tell on yourself. You know what I mean? Tell on yourself. You know, that's when you realize niggas ain't real. Everybody want to play around in the streets when it's all fun and dandy, when it benefits them. You know what I mean? They want to do this and do that. The minute that they get caught up, niggas is singing like fucking mockingbirds, telling on you. I watch a video of a nigga telling on his whole hood in the back of the police cruiser, or not the cruiser, but the car. And this nigga's eating chicken wings. They bought him fucking chicken wings. So this is what it is now? Niggas is snitching for fucking chicken wings? I done seen niggas tell for a cigarette and a Pepsi. I done seen niggas tell for a cigarette and a Sprite. I done seen motherfuckers tell for Popeyes. Yo, this shit is crazy. When I say tell, not personally tell. I'm talking about watching videos on YouTube of people telling, and they're like, oh, so what do you want to eat? Niggas is like, yo, I'll take a Happy Meal. Or I want the I want the habanero from Wingstop. You know what I'm saying? I want the 10-piece combo. Telling on a whole hood for some chicken wings. That shit is diabolical to me. It's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Salute, T Rego. Salute, y'all. Peace and salute. But yeah, man, I'm at 20%, y'all. I then talked my ass off for a good hour and some change. I was everywhere with this shit. I probably talked about ISHOWSPEED about 10 minutes. That was it. But yeah, man, I appreciate all of y'all, man. I truly do. I see I got 8 people on here now, 11 likes. The most I seen was 11 to 12 people on here. So I appreciate every single one of y'all that tapped in. I'm grateful and I am thankful. And like I said, instead of complaining or mentioning about the people that don't support, fuck them. It is what it is. But to the ones that do, I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. For real. I appreciate every single one of y'all that really support me, rock with me, tune in whenever y'all can, post, share, every single one of y'all. I don't want to mention one name and leave out a name. So I'm not going to mention no names. I'm going to just say every single one of y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Every single one of y'all. You know what I mean? Appreciate all of y'all. And on that note, until next time, you know, same bat time, same bat channel. You know, stay tuned, man. Just stay tuned, y'all. Just stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all be safe out here. It's crazy shit happening all around the world, not just the United States. Y'all already know my slogan, my saying. You know, stay vigilant and move militant. Peace. I'm gone.